Hello guys, hope you're doing great. Well, my name is Kitty and this is Kitty Crochets. You're humbly welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, kindly click on that subscribe button before we go into today's tutorial. And for those who have subscribed, you're welcome to the family. So in today's tutorial, we are going to look at how to make crochet shorts with mesh sides, and we are going to be using blue yarn, and this is seagull. It is 100% acrylic. A pair of scissors. For my hook, I am going to be using a 5.5mm hook and a measuring tape to be helpful with the measurements. We are going to start our shorts by getting a measuring tape, and then you are going to measure the hips of the person you are going to make the shorts for. For my case, I am going to make the shorts for a person with hips of 40 inches. After measuring your hips, we are now going to make a chain that is going to stretch up to the hips measurement. So I'm going to start my chain by making a slip knot. I rotate my yarn around my finger and then bring my hook right here in the middle and pull this behind yarn. So for a chain, you are going to yarn over, pull through, you yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, up to when you have something that can really stretch up to your hips measurements. I am done with my chain, and this can really stretch up to my hips measurements of 40 inches. So I am now going to come in the very first stitch on this side right here, and I am going to slip stitch a yarn over, pull through, and also pull through the loop that I have on the hook. After that, I am going to chain one. So we are going to start by making a waistband, and for our waistband I am going to be using double crochets. So I'm going to yarn over and come right here in the very first stitch, and I place there a double crochet. I yarn over and pull through 3 loops on the hook. I yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. I again yarn over, come into the very next chain right here. I yarn over and pull through 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2. I again yarn over and pull through the next 2. I yarn over, come into the very next chain. I yarn over and pull through 3 loops on the hook. I yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. I again yarn over, come into the very next one. I yarn over and pull through 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2. So I am going to do this and get back to you when I am at the end of this chain. I have reached the end of this line, so I am going to come on top of this very first double crochet that I made, and I slip stitch, I yarn over and pull through, and also pull through the loop that I have on the hook. After that, I'm going to chain one and then turn my work. So when I turn my work, we are now going to be using a front and back post. So I'm going to yarn over and come right, I bring my hook right behind this very first double crochet. I yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2. That is a front post. I then yarn over, the next one should be a back post. For a back post, I bring my hook and pull this double crochet from behind. So I place there a back post. I again yarn over, come, I am now going to make a front post. A front post, you pull it from in front. I come and place here a front post. I yarn over, I'm now going to place a back post. For a back post, I pull my next double crochet from behind. I come right here and place there a back post. Let me show it to you once again. So I'm going to come here. For a front post, I pull it from in front like this, and I place there a front post. I yarn over, come, the next one should be a back post, and for a back post, I pull it from behind. I come and place here a back post. Yes, well, let me place front and back posts in each and every stitch and get back to you when I am at the end of this line as well. I have come to the end of this line as well, so I'm going to come on top of this very first front post that I made, and I slip stitch. After slip stitching, I'm going to chain one and then turn my work. So when I turn my work, I am going to make one more line of front and back posts. So I'm going to yarn over. So where there was a front post in the second line, we are still going to be placing there a front post. Remember, for a front post, you pull it in front. I come right here and I place there a front post. Again, yarn over. For back post, I pull it from behind and then place there a back post. I yarn over, come. For a front post, I still pull it from in front and then place there a front post. For a back post, I pull it from behind and place there a back post. Yeah, so let me also do this as well. Let me get back to you when I am at the end of this line as well. Well, I am done with my waistband and I have already chained one and turned my work. So I am now going to mark where our mesh on the sides is going to be. You are going to fold your work and make sure that this part where your new line is supposed to begin from is at the end. So you are now going to get your measuring tape and you measure from this part where your new line is supposed to start from. You are going to measure up to when you have 4 inches. So my 4 inches are going to stop here. You then come and mark right here where your 4 inches stop. You can use a stitch marker, but if at all you don't have one, you can use yarn of a different color. So these 4 inches, it's where our mesh is going to be. You are just going to come and you turn it. So when you turn it, you are going to come this side at the end right here. You come right here and you mark this point. You come, I am going to get my yarn, I come and then mark this point here. I am now also again going to measure 4 inches from this point here. So I get my measuring tape and I place it right here. So my 4 inches are going to stop here. This is the point. I'm going to also come and mark this point. I'm going to get my yarn and come mark this point here. So I have 4 inches from here to here, and on this other side I also have 4 inches from here up to here. If you get your waistband and you then fold it like this will make it 4 inches on both sides. So we are now going to start our new line. We are now going to make our mesh from this point up to this marked one. I am going to start by placing a double crochet in this very first stitch. I can place there a double crochet. After placing there a double crochet, I am going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. After chaining 5, I am going to skip 2 stitches down here, 1, 2, and then come to the third one and I slip stitch. I yarn over, pull through, and also pull through the loop that I have on the hook. After that, I'm going to chain 5 again, 2, 3, 4 and 5. I skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, come to the third one and I slip stitch, yarn over, pull through, and also pull through the loop that I have on the hook. I again chain 5, 2, 3, 4 and 5. I skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, come to the third one and I slip stitch. I again chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. I come down here, skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, come to the third one and then I slip stitch. I'm going to do this up to when I reach this marked point here. I have chained 5 already, so I'm going to skip 2, 1, 2, and this will be our third stitch. So I'm just going to come and then take out this yarn and then yarn over and come right here and I place there a double crochet. So this is it. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6, and I have to make sure that when I come to this side, the mesh on this other side, I must also have 6. So I'm going to yarn over and then come and start placing double crochets in each and every stitch. Come right here, place there a double crochet, come to the next stitch. Oops, sorry, I come to the next stitch and I place there a double crochet, come to the next one and also place there a double crochet. Well, I am going to do this and let me get back to you when I have reached this point. Well, I have reached this point that I marked. I'm just going to come and I get my yarn out. After that, I am going to come and place a double crochet in this very same stitch, and after placing there a double crochet, I am going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. After chaining 5, I am going to skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, come to the third one and I slip stitch and over, pull through and also pull through the loop that I have on the hook. I again chain 5, 3, 4 and 5. I skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, come to the third one and I slip stitch. I chain 5 again, 2, 3, 4 and 5, skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, come to the third one and slip stitch. Do this up to when you get to this point here. I have chained 5 already, so I've reached this point here. You skip 1, 2, come to the third one and then get out this yarn. So I'm going to yarn over and come in this third stitch and I place there a double crochet. When you're making your mesh, you start by placing a double crochet and also end by placing a double crochet. So I also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I also have 6 this side. After that, I am now going to be placing double crochets in each and every stitch. Make sure that you do not skip any stitch to avoid imbalances, and let me get back to you when I have reached this point here. So I have reached the end of my first line. I am going to come on this very first double crochet that I made and I slip stitch. So after slip stitching, I'm going to chain 1 and then turn my work. I am going to start by placing a double crochet right here in this very first stitch, this one. I come place there a double crochet, come to the next stitch and also place there a double crochet, come to the next one, place there a double crochet, come to the next one and also place there a double crochet up to when I reach the mesh here. I have reached the mesh on this side, so I am going to start with chaining 3. You only chain, if in the previous line you started with a chain 5, the next line you should start with a chain 3 and you then come in the third chain right here and you slip stitch in the third chain. You then chain 5, 2, 3, 4 and 5. You come right here in the third one and you slip stitch. You chain 5 again, 2, 3, 4 and 5. You come in the third chain, this one, and you slip stitch. You chain 5. You are going to chain 5 up to when you reach this last one. I chain 5 and then come in the third one, the third chain, and I slip stitch. After that, remember this is our second line and we are starting or ending with a chain 3. So at the end I only chain 3 and then yarn over and come on top of this very first double crochet and I place there a double crochet as well. So I then come to the next stitch, this one, and I place there a double crochet, come to the next one, place there a double crochet and the next one as well, up to when I reach this point. Our line on this second line, we are starting with a chain 3. After chaining 3, you come in the third chain here and you slip stitch. After slip stitching, you then chain 5, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and then come in the third chain and you slip stitch. You again chain 5, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and come on the third chain right here and you slip stitch. You again chain 5, 3, 4 and 5 and come in the third one and slip stitch And let me do this and get back to you when I am right here. I'm now going to chain 3, 2, 3 and come. Remember, we started this line on this side. I had already made my double crochet, so I'm going to come on top of this very first double crochet, this one, and I slip stitch, yarn over, pull through, and also pull through the loop that I have on the hook. After that, I'm going to chain 1 and then turn my work. Don't forget to always turn your work. I'm going to start with placing a double crochet in this very first stitch. So for our previous line, we were starting and ending with a chain 3, and this means that for our next line it is going to be a chain 5. So I chain 5, and on the chain 5 you skip this chain 3 and then come to this chain 5 in the third chain and you slip stitch. You again chain 5, 3, 4 and 5, and then come to this chain 3, sorry, to the chain 5 in the third chain and you slip stitch. Again chain 5, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and come right here in the third one and I slip stitch. I chain 5 again, 3, 4 and 5, and then come right here and I slip stitch in the third chain. I chain 5 again, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So when I chain 5, don't forget to always skip this chain 3. I'm just going to yarn over and come on top of this very first double crochet, and I place there a double crochet. Come to the next stitch and place there a double crochet as well. Come to the next one and also place there a double crochet. I have reached the end of this line, so I am going to come on top of this very first double crochet that I made, and I slip stitch, yarn over, pull through, and also pull through the loop that I have on the hook. After that, I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. I am going to start with placing a double crochet right here in this very first stitch. Here I come and I place there a double crochet. I then come to the next stitch and also place there a double crochet. I come to the next one and place there a double crochet. Come to the next one and also place there a double crochet up to when I reach the mesh on this side. For the previous line, we were starting and ending with a chain 5. That means for the next line, it is going to be a chain 3. So when I chain 3, I'm going to come in the third chain on this chain 5 and I slip stitch. I chain 5 again, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Come to the third chain right here and I slip stitch. Again chain 5, 2, 3, 4 and 5. I come to the third chain, this one, and I slip stitch. Again chain 5, 2, 3, 4 and 5. I come right here and I slip stitch. I chain 5 again, 2, 3, 4 and 5. I come to the third chain and I slip stitch. Again chain 5, 3, 4 and 5, and come right here in the third chain on this chain 5 and I slip stitch. So at the end, I'm just going to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. I yarn over, come in this very first stitch and I place there a double crochet. Yeah, so this is going to be this line. Hope you get the pattern that for the first line we started and ended with a chain 5. The next one should be a chain 3 and then the next one a chain 5. So this means this one is going to be a chain 3. So after that, I'm going to come right here and I place there my double crochets in each and every stitch. I'm going to do this placing double crochets all around, and when I get here I'm just going to begin with a chain 3, because for the previous line, remember, we started with a chain 5, and for this line we are starting with a chain 3. Let me get back to you when I am at the end of this line. I've reached the end of the line, so I've chained 3 already. I'm just going to come on top of this very first double crochet that I made, and I slip stitch. So after slip stitching, I'm going to chain 1 and then turn my work. When I turn my work, I am going to start by placing a double crochet right here in this very first stitch, this one. So our previous line, we started and ending with a chain 3, so for the next line it is going to be a chain 5. So I'm going to come right here and I chain 5, and when I chain 5, I am going to skip, or is when you start with a chain 5, skip this chain 3. Don't forget to skip this chain 3. You just come on the next chain 5. In the third chain, it's where you slip stitch again, chain 5, 3, 4, and 5, and then come right here and you slip stitch. You again chain 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You come right here in the third chain and you slip stitch. You again chain 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You come right here and you slip stitch. You again chain 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You come right here in the third chain and slip stitch. You chain 5 again, 3, 4, and 5. You come, skip this chain 3, you yarn over, come in this very first stitch and you place there a double crochet. You then come in the next stitch and you also place there a double crochet, and the next one as well. Yeah, so all this is going to be our pattern for the shirts. You are going to do this for 8 inches with the waistband exclusive, and let me get back to you when I have made my lines with mesh sides that equate to 8 inches. Well, I am done, and these are my 8 inches. So now we are going to make our leg holes, and for the leg holes you are now going to count the number of double crochets that you have from here to here. Well, so I have counted and I have 37 double crochets right here. Your double crochets on this side must be the same double crochets on this other side, since we used the same measurements. So when you divide those 37 by 2, you will get 18 and a half. I have come in the 19th chain so that I can have 18 on this side and then 18 on this other side. I have chose that 19th one since I have an odd number. So I'm now going to make a chain from here up to here, and for a small and medium sized person I usually make a chain of 10, but for a fat person I make a chain of 15. You are now going to get your pair of scissors and come cut off your yarn from here. You cut it off. You then come and you attach it right here. So I come here and I just get this marker out. I come and I attach my yarn right here. I attach it. After that, I am going to yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, up to when I have 10 chains. I have 10 already, so I am now going to come on this other side and I get this marker out. I'm going to come in this stitch and I slip stitch, I yarn over, pull through, and also pull through the loop that I have on the hook. After that, I'm going to chain 1 and then turn my work. So now I am going to slip stitch up to the middle of the chain. I am going to come in this very first stitch, this one, and I slip stitch, yarn over, pull through, and also pull through the loop that I have on the hook. I come to the next one and I slip stitch. I come to the next one and I slip stitch, and the next one as well. Let me also slip stitch in this one. After slip stitching to the middle, I am now going to start placing my double crochets. I'm going to be placing normal double crochets in each and every stitch up to when I reach the mesh side. So I come in this next chain and I place there a double crochet, come to the next one also and place there a double crochet. I also come to this one and place there a double crochet. I then here where I connected my chain from, I am going to come and I place there a double crochet. I'm also going to come in the next stitch and place there a double crochet. Well, I'm going to do this and let me get back to you when I have reached this mesh side. I have reached my mesh side. So our previous line we had chained 5, so this means that for the next line I am going to chain 3, and when I chain 3 I'm just going to come in the middle of this chain here and I slip stitch. After slip stitching I'm going to chain 5, 2, 3, 4 and 5. When I chain 5 I'm then going to come in the middle right here of this chain and I also slip stitch. I again chain 5. We've been doing this before. Chain 5, like I come here and slip stitch. I again chain 5 and then I'm going to chain 5, slip stitch here, also here at the end here I'm just gonna chain 3 and then start placing my normal double crochet. So let me get back to you when I am at the start of the chain here. Well, I have reached the start of my chain, so I'm going to yarn over. You place a double crochet right here in this space where you added your chain to the shoots from. So I place there a double crochet. I then come in this very first stitch and place there a double crochet. Come right here in the next one and I also place there a double crochet. Come here, place there a double crochet. I also come here and I place there a double crochet. Yeah, so this is our last stitch. So I am now going to come on top of this very first double crochet that I made and I slip stitch, yarn over, pull through and also pull through the loop that you have on the hook. I then chain 1 and turn my work. When I turn my work, I'm going to start with placing a double crochet in this very first stitch. I then come to the next one and I place there a double crochet as well. Come to the next one and place there a double crochet, and the next one I place there a double crochet. I have reached the mesh side. For our previous line we had a chain 3 at the beginning, so this is going to be a chain 5 and I'm now going to chain 5. Remember, when you start with a chain 5, you skip this chain 3 and then come to this chain 5 in the third chain and you slip stitch. Again chain 5, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and come to the next third chain and you slip stitch. You again chain 5, 3, 4 and 5, come to the next one and you slip stitch. Again chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and then come to the next one and you come to this third one and you slip stitch. I again chain 5, 2, 3, 4 and 5. You come to the next one and you slip stitch. Well, if you like this video, kindly give it a thumbs up and please subscribe if at all you've not yet subscribed. And when you subscribe, kindly turn on that notification bell so that YouTube keeps you posted in case I upload a new video. So back to our tutorial. So at the end I'm just going to yarn over and come place my double crochet in this very first stitch. I then place it in the next stitch. Well, I have done this with the upper parts of my shorts, and let me do this for a few lines and get back to you when I am done making this leg hole. I am done with my one leg hole. So I have made 5 lines, but on my 5th line when I came here to the mesh, I placed their double crochets. So I'm going to show you how I have done that on this other leg hole. So this is my 5th line, and this I just wanted to show you how I placed double crochets here on the mesh side. So here where I have a chain 3, I'm just going to place there 1 double crochet, and when I come to the chain 5, I am going to place there 3 double crochets. So this is the 2nd one, and then this will be the 3rd one. I then come to the next chain 5, and I place there 3 double crochets. This will be the 2nd one, and then this will be the 3rd one. I come to the next one, and I still place there 3 double crochets. So this is the 2nd one, and this will be the 3rd one. Well, I am going to do this. I am going to place 3 double crochets where I have a chain 5, and I only place 1 double crochet where I have a chain 3. So I'm just going to continue, and then I'll come and end my line. So let me get back to you when I am done with both my leg holes. Well, I am done making both my leg holes, and I have made five lines. We are now going to our last part, and that is going to be making a chain for the waistband. And for my chain, I am going to start by making a slip knot. You bring your hook right here in the middle, and then pull this behind yarn. For a chain, you just yarn over, pull through. In case you forgot, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. I'm gonna do this up to when I have something that can easily go around my full waist. I am done with my chain, so let me briefly show you how you can put it in your shorts. So you are going to bring it in and then out. You bring it in and then bring it out, and you do this in this very first top line. So you bring in and out. You just do this all around the waistband. Well, this is how our shorts finally look like. Hope you've loved the process of making them. Well, if at all you've not yet subscribed, I kindly beg of you to subscribe before you leave here, and don't forget to turn on that notification bell so that you'll be updated when I upload a new video.